Dr. Shamus Brown, a veterinarian with Iowa Select Farms. Shamus, you have tightly controlled biosecurity procedures here at Iowa Select Farms. Could you maybe explain the procedures and why do you do that?
Yep, so the whole goal behind our biosecurity procedures are to keep our animals healthy. We want to prevent as much introduction of pathogens, viruses, bacteria as we possibly can. So the site we're in today utilizes advanced filters. They're not quite HEPA surgical filters, but they're close to keep the air really clean. And so then we as people and our supplies all go through rigorous biosecurity or cleaning processes. So when we enter a farm, we remove our shoes at a very specific point so we don't track anything in. Then we all take showers and wear very specific clothes in the farm. So that way we know everything in the farm stays in and is clean. And then everything that wasn't on the farm stays on the outside. As far as all of our supplies and items that come in, they come in through a very designated room, and then we actually disinfect all those supplies. So the animals, obviously we don't do that with them, but all the supplies and the people are cleaned and disinfected.
Okay, so tell me the rationale, so explain some of the diseases you're trying to prevent.
Yep, so the primary disease that we're really targeting is porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome virus, or the PRRS virus. It's detrimental to the industry. Over $600 million was an Iowa State and National Pork Study. They determined over $600 million a year in economic impact. And so we want to try and keep that virus out of the system, out of the farm. And so if we can do that, we think we can dramatically improve our production as well as keep animals healthier.
Okay, now one of the procedures you talked about is positive filtration. You mentioned the filtering system. Exactly what is positive filtration?
Yeah, so what we do is we actually filter the air and then we push it into the rooms, and then it exits through what we call dormer, or through shutter curtains. And so all that air, we know it comes in filtered, and then because it's pushing out, if there's any leaks in the ceiling, or if if a joist in a wall didn't get sealed perfectly, we know the air is always going out and not coming in, as opposed to like a negative pressure where you would suck that air in. We push air out.
Okay. Now these biosafety procedures, are they relatively new in the industry, and how widely adopted are they in the industry?
Yeah, so I think the positive pressure would be fairly new to the industry. As far as people changing their shoes, they actually call it the Danish entry system, where you would change your shoes, change your clothes, and wash your hands, and that's been around for probably over 20 years. And so I think it's all a varying degree of things we've known and we've done, and how do we continue to add little pieces, add layers to it to add to our level of confidence in that we're truly keeping all the pathogens out.
And do you have any sense, can you document the success rate in a facility that has these procedures in animal health versus one that doesn't?
Yeah, so I mean we're retrofitting, we're changing sow farms that were built without it, and we're converting them. And so we've got one farm that we unfortunately it would break with PRRS about every year. It's now been filtered for 2 years without a break. So is 2 years that magic number? I hope not. I think we can go longer, but that's I guess we've seen it happen in our system, and that's what's caused us to go ahead and convert and retrofit more facilities.